Good morning and sliding in the afternoon. Judy Allen here. I am not at home. I'm out of town. I'm out on our farm, seeing what we can do to upgrade it, to sit up there and make it a crafting retreat place as well as a vacation retreat place when the love of my life retires soon, right? So with that today, definitely different environment. I don't have my computer because there's no signal out here, so we're using a phone, right? We always think we can get the signal everywhere. Even though I'm just 5 minutes from the grocery store and everything, I just don't get a strong signal yet. Yet is the key word, right? It's all about life as an adventure and how do you deal with the adventure. So this is definitely an adventure. So today we're going to be doing with ice cream. And it is fun. It is cute. And I tell you what, I'm going to have to go eat some ice cream after this. So we're going to sit up here and make a shaker card. I've already prepped some things. And then we're also going to make, you could either use it as a tag. You could use it as a card by itself if you wanted to. Or you could use it as well if you wanted to use it on the front of a gift package, right? Or if you wanted to give somebody some treats, it would go great on there too, right? So with that, let's go down the hand. You just got to bear with me as I move the camera and we'll get to it. So yeah, I'm looking to see where I can reverse. Oh, I see it now. All right, so you're just looking at the ceiling a moment. Ta-da, there we are. Okay, so I've got, like I said, some of this out already. And we're going to make a shaker card. So, you know, when I came, I couldn't bring my whole craft room, right? So we're going to improvise the best that we can. Now I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, so the first thing that we've done is I've gone ahead in advance and I have stamped. And I'm going to show you the tricks what I did here. And I stamped this right here. Now what I did here is I've already die cut this. But when I stamped this, I stamped it so that just a little bit of it comes over here. So when you lift this off the shaker, that's going to be the shaker. And then I took this right here, and this is going to butt right up to here like this here. Now, this is nothing more than stamped and die cut from the set itself. And I'm going to grab the set for you so you can see. So we just die cut that and stamped it. So I'll show you the stamps. So this is what the stamp actually looked like. So I didn't do the top part here, but I wanted it to look like my ice cream and all just blended together. So I set it there and I just put this like here when I stamped it. And then I sat there and took the stamp. And the stamp, what you have to do with that is I just inked up this part right here, just the bottom edge. So I just stamped it when the ice cream cone was whole. I stamped it like this, and I used my scissors just to cut it off. So I've got two different colors going on here, right? So this paper is actually crumb cake, and I stamped this one with pecan pie. And then this, I did the same color as I did right here, which is early espresso, because I'm going to put some hot fudge on here. I like hot fudge usually on my ice cream, unless it's a flavored ice cream. But vanilla, I usually like hot fudge on my ice cream. I don't care if it's dipped. I don't care if they put it in a cup. I just want my hot fudge. All right? So I just cut that off. So I just trimmed it out. I left the color right there, right? Because that's going to pick it up and make it look really nice. This, if you wanted to look at the different color, this is a little bit darker. I think very vanilla would be a nice color too. I didn't have very vanilla with me. But this is actually pecan pie cardstock here, as you can see. This is crumb cake. So, all right, so let's get with this. All right, so I've already got this cut, and most probably will have to be trimmed. This is confetti that I made out of the new colors, along with lemon lolly and what's the other one? This is a bubble bath, right? So this is a new color. This is a new color. I guess that's all the new colors I got. There's 5 new colors, and I got two or three of them. Okay, so let's make the shaker, all right? Because we've already got this. The other one other thing I want to show you that we're going to do also that I've already done is literally this is in the stamp set. And if you've ever, gosh, we go to these fancy ice cream places. They all have this. What would you call it? It's not a cracker. It's more like a cookie, right? It's sort of a cookie, it's a shape of a straw. And so I just went and stamped this. This is lemon lolly. And I stamped it all around with pecan pie. And I'm going to end up putting it right here, but it's going to be a nice background. So when we go put this on top, it's just going to be a nice fun background, right? Making it all nothing but ice cream. All right, so let's get the shaker part going, okay? I always like to do the shaker part. So, as I said, I'm not home in my usual settings, so I didn't have anything right off the bat. So I have this, this is fun. So I used my brand new embellishments I just got in, but it'll fit perfect, okay? You're gonna see this. So I'm gonna use it in the bag. I'm gonna take this out. I don't normally do this, so I like to keep my stuff in little bags, but I need a shaker, right? So this is gonna be our shaker, okay? And you'll see that it fits perfectly, just like that, okay? So let's go ahead and get our items in here, because I can, right? Since I'm doing it this way, I can do that. So I'm just gonna let them come right in here. You know, in some respects, I almost think I could have put candy in here, right? Let me get this in here too. So this is how we're gonna make our shaker, right? Because when we go on the road and we travel, as much as we might want to bring our whole craft room, that's just not possible, right? Now, the only thing I'm gonna do right here is I'm most probably going to put something. I'm trying to think if I shake this. Okay, it looks like it's going to be fine. For a minute, I wasn't sure. All right, so this is the front side, right? Because I've already stamped it. So we're just going to flip this over. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this down over here. And I do have tearing tape. I don't see that real handy, but okay, I'll just go ahead and use this. And I'm just going to run this down. And we're going to put this down. If you saw me last week, I sat there, or the other day, I didn't have my, and I think I have silicone mat somewhere. All right? Because I'm busy working, so it's like, you know, there's work to be done. Get ready to prep, right? To get things going so you can sit there and make it into like a retreat. So it'd actually be more like a crafting thing, right? I know a lot of people like to right now do a lot of crafting type retreats. They just go and spend the weekend crafting. I'm not sure. This is most likely be like a day type thing. But we're just going to put this down here. So it's just work to be done, right? There's like painting to be done, this, that, and the other. Just this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. Just stuff. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, it's sort of stuck. I'm not sure if that's me or the table. The table was actually sort of sticky to begin with. Okay, let's see if we can see it shake. We can see it shake. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this like right over here. Now, we're going to do it just like we've done before, and that is, I'm going to sit there and use, in this particular case, I really like to use the adhesive strips, but right, so I'm not at home. We're on the road, working on getting internet, and what we can do to get the signal boosted out here. All right, so I'm just going to take this here because I'm thinking it won't quite all fit, but you know what? I'll get it mostly done. If I have to trim it, I'll trim it, okay? So I don't sweat the small stuff, right? When I go to create, I just go to create. All right, let's see if this is going to work completely. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and at least get this side over here anchored down, and then I'll see what else I have to anchor down and have to do it. So I know at least I can get this far, right? And that'll anchor that down beautifully without any hiccups or anything. So let me just trim this off here. Yeah, I got stuff right. Been creating. Trying to anyway, right? So it's not to work, because I can work. Okay, let's trim this down here too. All right. So, right, you gotta have some time to create versus working. Yesterday I was learning felt like I was being Farmer Brown, learning how to use a particular mower. I need this one for our other one. Okay, so I got this down, and I'm going to have this down right here. And the last thing I was trying to do is just, let's see if we can get these little ones right here. Because, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. I just want to get everything over this side, right? So once I secure this down, everything flows a little bit better. So, yes, if you're out there, please say hello. And I'll have to say hello to you after I get off this, because it's sort of, since I'm using the phone and I don't have my computer, I can't see if you say hi or anything, so it's just difficult. So I'll say hi right now as if you were saying hi to me, and I just did, and I knew it. And yes, leave comments. So I know I'm not the Lone Ranger. I know some folks out there also go to weekend getaways and stuff like that. So you know what it's like if you don't have the signal that you're used to. All right, we just think it's everywhere. Even traveling here, right? So even traveling here, everything wasn't. And I have to tell you, on the way here, I did stop and get me a hot fudge sundae. And after I'm through in this today, I'm most try to get my lunch. And after my lunch, I'm most try to go check into see if I can get another hot fudge sundae. Okay, so you see, I've got my shaker, right? Okay, so it's in this little bag. And then we're just going to attach it right like this. And I'm just going to line up the edges. Yeah, I got lighting issues too, but I got an electrician coming, right, to rescue me. All right, so we got our shakers in there, and they'll shake. There we go. All right, so now we're just going to put this right here. Now, I thought about putting it up on dimensionals, but I'm thinking that's just going to be too high. So if you never know, the trick is just come and put this underneath here and lift it up and see what you think. It's actually better than I thought. Okay, let's go ahead and do that because I'm going to wrap some ribbon around here. Let me get it up here and here. And then I'm going to put it down at the bottom because I'm going to wrap ribbon right here in the center. So, yes, so actually, come to find out, there is a lighting issue in the room I'm in. And it's actually got the best daylight and sunshine supposedly coming in. So it's sort of funny, right? So you always plan things, think you got everything covered, and it's not as covered as you think. Okay, see, that's here. So now we're just going to add some ribbon around here. And I've got some twine. I thought we're just doing this all in fun colors, right? Because this is a fun ice cream. I can think of right now, so right, taking the grandkids or the kids out for some ice cream. I'm just going to cut off, looks like about maybe 12 inches. We'll see. All right, let me put it under here, and I'll tie it from here. Now, I did put this down here, so I don't know. I might have to trim it a little. Because I already know I'm going to have to trim this ice cream at the bottom when I go to put this on the card. And you're going to see that. So I might have put those down. I'll have to might have to put a couple more down. But let's go ahead and at least get the ribbon here. Because, right, once I put the dimensionals down, it's just a little bit more tedious to make that happen. And we're going to actually stick a tag under here in a little bit. So, yes, I'm using my phone, right? Modern technology in its finest moments. But it's all, this looks delicious, right? I don't get sprinkles on my ice cream cones, but I have some peeps that do, right? I mean, they go for the works, Me, I just want double hot fudge. Does that not sound delicious? And it's got to be hot, right? I don't want it cold because then it's syrup. I want my hot fudge. And it's just not like it used to be, right? It used to be the hot fudge was so thick, it was like tar when it hit that. It just was good, right? It's just good. All right, so I got my bow here, and we're going to put a tag on it in a minute, so I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. So let's go ahead and get this on here. And we're actually even going to have a cherry on top, because I do like, if I can, sometimes, right? If I get them to put it in the cup versus on a cone, then putting a cherry on top is easy. And I can even get whipped cream if I do that. So that is one of the advantages versus my ice cream cone versus if I have it in a cup. So if you wanted to make this into that, you could. I have an aunt that likes her ice cream cone turned upside down. I'm trying to think why she did it. She ate it with apple pie is why. Okay, so we're just going to put some adhesive on here to put this on here. Yeah, so she liked her ice cream, vanilla ice cream with the apple pie, but she wanted the cone as well. So she just had them to just put the top part of the ice cream cone in the cup so that she could have it that way. That's just the way she did it, right? Okay, so there we go. So we have this right here, and we have our shaker card, right? So now we're not finished. So I already had this done, so we're going to take this here, and we're going to sit there, put it right under the bow we just made. We're just going to put it in here right like that, okay? So we are going to use a glue dot to sit there and hold that ribbon down. And then we're going to put a cherry on top. So we're not done. We want a cherry on top. And actually, I'm going to put under this yum too, I'm just going to put a glue dot here, right? Because that's all I really need. So I'm going to put that here. And then I'm going to use another glue dot to put down the top here. See, make sure you guys can see this. And then I'm going to put it right here at the top, and we'll anchor it at the top of this so it'll stay in place. Right? And it helps it also, hopefully, from coming untied or anything. Okay, so this is nice and loose. So now all we're going to do is see how we flip this over so that it is a little long. So that's okay. We're just going to trim it off. We're not going to worry about the dimensionals either. I'm trying to see what that is. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to trim it off. Okay. It looks like it has just a little bit there, so I think that'll do. If not, we'll add more. And then we're going to put a cherry on top of this. All right, so we got it right here. Like I said, we can trim that. And then we got our cherry we're going to put right on here on top. So it's just going to look like it's on top, right? So I'm going to put that on with a dimensional now. So I forgot to do this, and I'll show you what we're going to do then. Originally, I was going to color this, and I didn't do that because I got busy with my phone and everything else. So this is what we're going to do. I was going to use this to sit up there and make it look like it had, right? Like it had fudge swirling through here. So we're just going to adhere this down. Let's try with some glue dots. Let's get a couple more in here. This is another one. I don't want to do every one, right? It's sort of like an every other one. Let's see if I want to do it that way or this way. Oh, that way will be good. Okay, let's do a couple of these. So it just looks like the top, right? So when you go and get ice cream, right, you can either get this poured over it, right? The other places can sit there and just dip, right? You can sit there and dip it in chocolate. I personally like hot fudge drizzling down mine, it's not even hot fudge, right? Mine's like double hot fudge. Because double hot fudge to me gets me what I used to get when I was a child that I liked so much. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on first. Now this is, we're going to make another one here in a minute. It's going to be a little bit different. But all I did was, this was the leftover pieces from when I die cut. Okay? So all we're going to do is place a few of these in here. I'm just trying to make sure I can look like it looks like I got it placed in the right one. I didn't want to necessarily do every one, right? Oop. I thought if we could at least do every other one. So I might have had these in order at one point in time, but by the time you move from one spot to the other, it is no longer in the order that you had it. So now this one looks more like it came from down here. Okay, let's see here. It's always funny, right? Because you sit there and die cut the thing out. And you knew it came from somewhere. All right, it doesn't look like it's lining up as best as I thought. Let's see what we got else here. It's like a puzzle, right? You're trying to put a puzzle together. All right, so this one's going to come down here from one of these guys right here. So you can see that right there. So we can put that there. Because really and truly, when you go and get hot chocolate, right, it never does everything the same way. Each time you go, it's just a little different. So see, like this one here, I know it came from somewhere, but it doesn't look like it came from anywhere at the moment. Let's see if it will fit it anywhere for us. I don't think so. It's not working that way. Okay, last but not least, let's see if we got this one going anywhere for us. Tell you what, it would help. Let's just do it this way. All right, this is the next one. So let's see, that one's going to go there. So that piece is going to go there. We're not going to do that side by side. We have that one there. Okay. Okay, now I see it. All right, it helps, right? Hey, Bertner. How are you doing? This is so fun. It is, it is, it is. I hope your week is going good. All right, so I'm just going to use this as my guide, right? Because we already got this one there, so we got figured that one out. All right, and this other one just goes like right here. So I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't trying to put anything right next to each other. I was trying to space them out, right? So this one's not going to really work. Let's see if we can do this one here. We can do anything just to make it work just a little for us, okay? So that's what we're looking for. And if we can't, we just can't, right? Sometimes we just have to let it go. So I'm just going to put that one right there. Because the only way you're going to know that is if you watch the video. But anyways, we got our chocolate here. That's what is important for me. I want my chocolate. So we're going to get the chocolate on here. And I'm just going to put it on glue dots, right? Because we're mailing it to somebody or giving it to somebody in front of a package. And I'm just going to put this one right here. If we need to trim it a little, we can. Okay? So I can trim it just a little here. So I would just turn it sideways and I would just trim it. Well, actually, I might can make it work. Nope. Okay, let's just trim it. All right. I'm going to trim it down this way a little bit. So this is just a fun set, right? Okay, so I got some chocolate there. Let's see if we can get, I think that's about it. Because I could do a little bit here. We could do a little bit there. And that would about work right there. Okay, so right, you just sort of work with whatever you have. Like I said, I don't sweat the small stuff. There's always a lot of small stuff, right? So don't sweat it. Because I tell you, I got compliments from family members and friends over Easter cards. So it's the same thing. Everybody likes it when you send them something and make them something. Okay, so I'm going to put my cherry on top, right? Because I do. Even with my, like I said, it doesn't matter my ice cream. You know, they'll ask me if I want whipped cream. They'll give you the works, right? If you want the works, they'll give you the works. If you want your ice cream on top, whipped cream, just add it. Okay, so this is here. Now, I did this deliberately because I wanted to show you how well you can stamp it and die cut it. And we're going to color this. So the color I have with me is Poppy Parade. That's the closest thing I have to red. So we're first just going to color this right here. And we can color the stem as well too. But first I'm just going to color it in here. So really, I could have colored, originally I thought I was going to color the inside of the ice cream. But I got to talking. And so now we're doing it this way. And it works, right? It'll work. It will work. Because we got sprinkles behind it. And you want to use a little bit dark around the edges so it gives it the look of, right, of dimension. So I'm just going to come down here at the bottom. I'm going to come right here at the top, right in here. Just gives it that little extra, right, nice shadowing look. That's all you gotta do is use the light and the dark, come there. Now our stem is not colored, right? So I'm just gonna use, if this isn't dark enough, that's fine. I can use, oops, sorry about that. I can use, oh yeah, early espresso. The other way of doing it. Okay, so there we go. We got our ice cream with our shaker card. And we got it all decorated. Okay, so that's the first one. Now, let me show you what we're going to do the other. So I took the leftover pieces, right, because it just fits perfect. All right, in fact, I just found a leftover piece. I guess it just fell out. Well, we're just going to set it aside. We're not going to worry about that, okay? All right, so this is how this actually die cuts out if you die cut the ice cream cone. And it has another die that you put in here that does all this 3D right here, okay? You're multitasking. You're like me. I'm multitasking. All right. So the beauty of this is we can open this up and put a sentiment here. And we're going to do that. I actually have this piece right here. This is a 1-inch piece. And what we will do is we'll stamp a sentiment in here and we'll put it down and then we'll trim it off. And then you can sign it down here. So it works beautifully as a tag. It works beautifully as even a 3D project and print on front of the project. You'll most probably see that before this month is out, okay? So these are leftover pieces of what I just showed you. This is from when I die cut out so I can make a shaker card. And this was done so I could get the pieces on the other. And look how nice and easy this makes my hot fudge sundae. So I am just going to come over here on this piece of paper over here. So yeah, I don't even have... right, I'm on top of a table, so I have to be good, or reasonably good, right? All right, so we're going to take this and we're just going to put this on here. So the two dies work so nice together, right? Let me get this down again. I just want to make sure I get it centered good, right? Because once it's down, because I've got some, so I saved some of the sprinkles from what we just did. And I'm going to put them on here to have sprinkles on my ice cream. All right, so all I'm going to do now is just attach this right here, right? So the main thing is when they open it, you can do like that, right? Now, We left this open deliberately because that way we can tie some ribbon here. And so it can easily have it to hook onto a gift or whatever you want to do with it, or you can cut it off after you've done it. You decide to do, let's say I decided to, I don't know, can't think right now, because all I can think about is dealing with feral hogs and painting. And I'm not painting ice cream, but boy, I sure could right about now. All right, so it's like, okay, so this leaves you options, right? So you can either put a ribbon through here and tie it on to a gift. You can do whatever you want. So I'm just showing you right now. So we're just using what we have with us, right? So this is just, if you just leave a little gap right there so you can fold it. There's just a little trick. That way you can feed your ribbon through there, all right? And then we're just going to take this and put this on here. So I'm just going to put it right down there. And we're just going to put it right here at the bottom, right? And it's going to come right here. Now, we could put a cherry on top if we wanted to. I didn't do another cherry to put on top, but I could have, right? And looky there. There's our nice ice cream cone. All right, and we're going to open it up. So when you go to open this up like this, just open it like that. See how that'll open up? So you want to make sure, keep in mind, so you don't have to sweat it. You're going to open it like that, and it's going to open flat, and it'll come back down. And that's why we just put it just on the bottom there. So it allows you the flexibility. All right, so let's get a sentiment here. Let's see what kind of sentiment I have. Well, we're going to already stamp on the outside a 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to stamp, looking for my other color, we're going to stamp sweet in the pink right here. So this is one of the new colors. Yes, pretty and pink is one of the new colors. I had to make sure I could read it. I'm looking for my other color. All right. So we're going to do sweet. So we actually have two things we're going to do here. We're going to do sweet and we're going to cut it off. And let's see, make sure I didn't like cross over there. If I did, we'll make sure we have something so we can work around that. I'll use this right here. Because I don't want to go beyond the word sweet, right? All right, so I'm just going to put that right there. And when well, that's not going to work. Let me just go ahead and stamp it. I'll have to cut around it. I'll cut around it. I think I just got the word sweet, but I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. I did. All right, that's better than I thought. Okay, now we're going to do the top part of the words, but we're going to do them on lemon lolly. So I just wanted to get some color on this, right? Because we have... So we have this, and then we're going to have this in this color here. So we add some different colors to it, so it doesn't look very plain. And I was looking for my other sentiment I wanted on here. So we have choices, right? We have thanks, hope your day is sweet, which will be on the outside. And we can do thanks on the inside, okay? Or yum, yum. Yum, yum would be nice too, but let's do thanks. All right, so we got this here, and we're going to sit up here and stamp the other one, which is here. And this is, oh, it's a different language. And that's a different language. All right, we'll have to wait till we see the top again. I want to say it's Calypso Coral, but I'm not going to swear to it, right? So for me, I just wanted to add some different colors, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and clean this since I don't want that color on there. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to do the top part. We could mask, right? But I didn't bring stuff to mask, so this is our way of masking. And I'm just going to stamp this right here. So we're going to put that both right on front. Now see, this is what I always talk about. See how that looks red? It's not though. That goes from taking a colored ink and stamping it on another color. This is, oh, Poppy Parade. So it definitely makes it look red, right? It looks like real red, but it's not real red. All right, we're just going to trim this. And we're going to trim this here. And we'll trim it tight because this is small, right? This is small, so we want to get it tight as we can. So when you're working with small things, there's one or two things we can do, right? We can either cut it small in a square like we're doing, or we can trim around the words. And you've seen me do that before. So you have two options, trimming around the words. This one, neither one would be that hard, but it's still something you got to do, right? All right. So when I flip this back over, I was going to do the inside, but I'll wait for a minute. So we're going to sit there and put this here. I hope your day is sweet. We're going to put this right here. And we're just going to put these up on dimensionals. And this one might have to be trimmed. Let's see if it's how big or small this is. Okay, it's going to be like right making it. So you just want to make sure you center it right there. And right there. Okay. So we're going to get that right here. But hope your day is sweet. And we'll put the differential here. We're just going to tuck that just slightly under, right? So this is bigger, so we can actually do that. So the trick to all that is right, you just want to butt this up to the bottom. And that way the top part has no adhesive and it can slide right under easily. Or over, whichever you want to do, right? You have options. The main thing is to keep that top part flexible so you can do that. So it's up to you, right? We could do it just as easily this way as we could coming underneath. We can go at the top. Let's do that. And then we're just going to add a little bling. So see, we're just going to do it like this. Okay, there you go. And then we have the bling that I already set there. And punched out. So I punched it out just when I did the others as well too. But this one we actually want the glue. So let me grab the glue for us. That'll make it much easier. Yes, if it sounds hollow or whatever in here, or echoing, it's because everything's pretty much empty, right? If you're gonna paint and you have to do any kind of repair stuff and all, it's not gonna have a lot of stuff in here. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little dot here and there. So actually, it's nice weather here. I don't know what kind of weather you're having there, but it's very nice here. Days in the day, I think the daytime is supposed to be in the 70s, and nighttime is dipping down into the 60s or 50s. So very nice weather, especially if you're going to be working outside, right? Doesn't on the inside just need to painting inside just needs to be a certain temperature. All right, and so just put your dots. It's just easier. These are super tiny pieces. That's the key to doing any of this really tiny pieces. I'm actually going to put one right under here, sweet, as well. So I'm just going to add another color, which is one of the new colors. It's reminds me of a light teal is what it reminds me of. All right, and we got a couple more here. I made sure to get odd numbers. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. This makes 5. Okay, and we're just going to put one. You know what? I'm going to put it right here because I can, right? Okay. Oh, it's raining there. No, they had the rain. I guess it was Sunday night. Yes, today's only Wednesday. Sunday night or Monday night they had rain, which was nice, right? It made everything refreshing. Got me out mowing and learning how to mow. Use I forget what kind of machine it's called, but I've never used it before, right? It's one of those things you sit on and it's got levers and everything else. So something new for me. So there you go. We just got our little sprinkles on the outside. So yes, I can actually wait to mow it on too and do whatever I need to do until the grass is dry. Even this morning, everything was sort of damp. All right, so let's get this done on the inside and we're done. That's how easy this is. So I'm going to stamp in here, thanks, right? Because for me, I never have enough thank you cards. Never have enough thank you cards. Never have enough birthday cards. So you got donuts on here too. I didn't do the donuts. And you could have also stamped I wanted different colors, right? So I wanted different colors for the shaker card. And I wanted different colors. You can see how big this ice cream is when you go to stamp it. So I wanted various colors, right? So therefore I didn't stamp it. I could have stamped the background instead of doing the other thing. I could have actually done this instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and stay with this here. Well, actually, I did that. Let's do that one. I'll stay with the pink. I like the new ink color. So this is I don't know. I would say I don't think I have Bubble Bath with me, but it's so close to Bubble Bath, right? The two of them go good together. I'm just going to stamp it. I need to center this because I already know I'm going to have to trim it. All right, see, I've just got my thanks. Happy birthday would be fine. Just know, whatever, be fine too. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good because you're right. I've seen those storms moving across the United States, and you guys have been really getting it. All we had was just some rain. I don't know if they needed rain. I don't know if they needed rain or not because I'm not at home in Texas. I'm in Louisiana. All right, so I'm putting this down right here. Okay, now all I got to do here is I'm going to lift it up, and I'm just going to trim it off. And then we've got our tag, or if you want to be, like I said, the front of a 3D project. This would be cool as a in front of the 3D project too. But you definitely need your snips, right? This is going to go around the detail here. All right, we'll do the same thing on this side. Actually, I don't know I don't know if I can do that backwards or not. Let's see, I'm not left-handed, but it is easier to work from this side this way. I'm hoping I do it just fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Whoop, whoop. All right, so here we go. You got Hope Your Day is Sweet. You use it, like I said, as a tag for a gift. Or you can also, like I said, put it on from a 3D project. I just have this right here, but if this was a 3D project, it would go just like this, right? And you would just lift it up. And you have your sentiment. You'd want to do it at the top so you can lift it up here and get your sentiment. And then I would just sign it right here, right? So that's how easy that is. And yes, I didn't realize this until today. So I actually earned this because I was Silver Elite and I got to go to the VIP lounge every day. They had given me this. So I thought everybody got this, but they didn't. You had to be Silver Elite or above to do that. So it's still cool. I put my markers in here and I can just pull it up, zip it up, and we're ready to go. All right, I got to clean up though first. All right, so here's what we made today. They're just fun, right? It's just fun to make a shaker cart, especially when it looks like ice cream, and I want ice cream now. And you see us shake it. Whoop, whoop. All right, and we just stamped it on the outside and put this on top. Just had to put our sentiment on the inside. And we used our leftover pieces, right, to put on top of what we created as our bag. And since we didn't have window sheet, we actually used the clear envelope that was over these here and put it on back with adhesive, and it works. And then we made this here, right? So I hope you enjoyed that, right? It's all about creating, sharing, and giving. I'll get myself back over here, right? Whether it's for yourself or somebody else, I'm sure somebody's going to want the ice cream tag for sure. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but whatever, right? So it's all about creating, sharing, and giving. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you learned some things today. Keep in mind, we also have it here on Facebook for now, and then we will post the videos on YouTube, and we'll sit there and have pictures posted on Instagram. So be sure to follow us, and if you don't mind, please also sharing our Facebook page with your friends as well, too. With that, be blessed. Go out there, create, share, and give. And this is the first part. Next week will be the second part of the free Class to Go kit. So if you're interested, just check out the details underneath the video. All right, be blessed. See you next week. Bye.